So you're now a little more aware about the Fab City concept and what people do underneath that hat, eventually working on and with living things to produce like materials. We are now going to introduce Geno, Michael, from this is LESSTICS, but this is inside Mindanao or?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a startup.
It's a startup,
Okay.
and we are the beneficiary of the services being offered. Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ken Uy. I'm from the Philippines, and my startup company is LESSTICS. So LESSTICS is one of the thousands, if not millions, of beneficiaries of the Fab Lab across the world. So through Fab Lab Mindanao, we were able to use the different services being offered for us to open and start our startup. So again, good morning. So I'm the co-founder of LESSTICS. LESSTICS is the play on word for less plastics. Basically, the startup is trying to help two major problems in our country. First is our fight against single-use plastic. Second is unemployment. So let me walk you through a day of a life of a typical Filipino who is earning $5 to $6 a day. So before anything else, what you see here is the what is being sold in stores in the Philippines. As you can see, there are different items, all in a sachet. I'd like to show you what a sachet is. That is a sachet. One time we were, last October, we were invited in Chile to present our startup for the APEC competition. And we were explaining that what a sachet is, and most of the people there has no idea what a sachet is because they're used to buying, like for example, a shampoo, a bottle of shampoo. But in the Philippines or any other third world country, most people cannot afford a bottle of shampoo. This is very expensive. So what they buy is a sachet. It's a small packet of plastic where you can only use it for 3 to 4 showers and then you throw it away. So typically, a working Filipino who is a minimum wage earner, so starts the day with breakfast. So grabbing a sachet of coffee and a sachet of creamer. So that's already 2 sachets, and bread. And after breakfast, brushes his teeth or her teeth. Again, grabbing a sachet of toothpaste. Now for the shower, grabbing a sachet of shampoo, conditioner, and the soap is already in sachet. Wow, see how amazing, right? So for lunch, if you want to eat fast food, a lot of sachets are in there also. So moving on, also the cigarettes are already in a sachet form.
Is it related to the climate?
Sorry.
You think, is it warm around so that they put everything in a sachet to keep it like dry or?
No, the sachet is related to the socio-economic of the country. So the people cannot afford these big bulks, what you can buy in Costco, Home Depot, or any other places. So they have a small packet which, a lot cheaper than the big ones. So all these sachets being used every day end up here in the landfill. So if you can see, most of the plastics or the trash in there are single-use plastic. Why? Because soft plastic or single-use plastic has no value in our junk shops. You cannot recycle them, you cannot sell them, so thus it ends up here in our landfill. So a recent study shows that 60 billion, the Filipino use 60 billion sachet a year, staggering 60 billion. So as the population increase, the usage of sachet would also increase. So even if you say a plastic bag will break down in 500 years, it does not totally disappear. it will just break down into smaller, smaller, and smaller pieces, and that is what we call microplastics, which is now being transported through rain. So even if you live far from the third world countries, you will also be affected because of rain, which carries microplastic, and also in our oceans. Now, what if there's a solution for the 60 billion problem? So this is what we do in LESSTICS. We shred the plastic, and then we combine it with our proprietary adhesive, which is composed of a organic adhesive, and then we turn them into molds of different items such as insulators, boards, and other stuff. So this is an example of the product that we have come up. It's an insulator for buildings, especially here in Europe, which is a very cold winter. So the product does not absorb moisture, thus does not attract pests. It is very light and very rigid as well. So it's hard and yet very light compared to other materials. So what we do for the community, so LESSTICS will process the plastic being collected from different households, thus providing job, since you will need people to collect and people to segregate the plastic, and then you also need people to process the plastic into different items such as boards and insulators, which I have shown to you earlier. Then it would be sold to consumers, maybe private or public consumers, and then it will provide money or to help finance the project. So in line with our Sustainable Developmental Goals, every venture that LESSTICS enter, we start by educating the community and the people on how we could properly segregate and recycle trash or garbage. And then every research we do, we always include the community, so we would know how to make it a better process for them from collection until production. And then this is very easy to replicate since once it works in one community, it will work in all the community. It will provide jobs in every community, and it will also help collect the garbages in the single-use plastic in every community. Okay, so our mission for LESSTICS is providing jobs in every community while preventing single-use plastic enriching our landfill and waterways. So please, I urge everyone who are open to this partnership. We're here. We are very willing to be partners. So imagine this problem we can turn into this. Thank you.
This is inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guido. The next presentation